But I was pretty disappointed at what Dodge brought to the table. And I feel like Dodge didn't try, right? They easily could have had their cars out there to show the new cars. YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, man. Thank you so much for tuning in on this video. And if you haven't already, hopefully you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of car related things on this channel, so we want you around for the long haul. So make sure to hit that subscribe button to lock it in. And if you've already done that, I want to thank you so much for doing so. But as always, I'm not going to hold you too long. Let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. So man, I want to talk about something here. So I know you see the title trying to figure out what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna give you some background as to why I feel like Dodge kind of like throwing in a towel to a certain extent, or maybe I don't fully understand what their plan is moving forward. So I went to Charlotte's Auto Show. Now, I've never been to the Charlotte Auto Show before. I know I've been to an auto show before. Pretty much it's not like a car show or anything like that if you've never been. It is like there's like different manufacturers and stuff out there. They're showcasing.
Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
For sure. There's a lot of manufacturers out there showcasing their vehicles, like their current vehicles that they're selling in some cases, and in other cases their new vehicles that they have coming out to kind of give like people that are in the market to buy a car a quick like overview of like how the car is and things like that. They have representatives from every manufacturer there kind of showcasing their vehicles and trying to get people and trying to really entice people buy their car or what have you, right? So it's like a quick way where you can go around to a whole bunch of different cars and figure out what each different manufacturer has to offer. So the main reason that I went to this auto show, typically I don't go, but the main reason that I went is because of the fact that I knew Dodge was going to be there, and I wanted to take a look and see if I could get a look at maybe the newer cars that have coming out, like the EV and like maybe the Hornet and maybe some of their like last call edition models, things like that. That's what I'm expecting to see at this auto show. But I was pretty disappointed at what Dodge brought to the table. What Dodge brought to the table here was pretty underwhelming. I guess from my standpoint, with me knowing the brand, I'm really familiar with the cars that they have. So this is what Dodge had. They had 3 cars there. Yes, I know Dodge only sells 3 cars. So one of the cars that they had was a narrow body or standard body Dodge Charger Scat Pack. The other car they had was the wide body Challenger with the Hemi Orange package. And the other car they had was a 392 SRT Durango. And that's all that Dodge had. That's it. There was no EV car, there was no Hornet, there was no last call models at all. Of course, I mean, with Dodge not having really anything new to look at, I decided to look elsewhere. Just want, you know, I walked around and looked at all the different manufacturers there. Dodge's competitors were there as well. Chevy had a pretty large showing. They had a good bit of cars to show. They showed a couple of Camaros, a couple of versions of their Tahoe, I think another pickup truck, like a maybe like Silverado or something like that. Various cars that Chevy had. But even though Chevy is pretty large for itself, Ford, I'm going to say Ford had a very, very big showing. Ford, they literally had like, best way to describe it, like think of a square. They had a pretty large chunk of the square just to themselves. They showed like every version of their Bronco, the Sport, every version of their Bronco. They showed the Mustang. They had the GT500 out there. They showed their normal Mustang, the normal S550. Well, I guess the GT500 is an S550. They showed, they had their Mach-E out there. They had their Expedition, Explorer out there. They had their compact cars. I think it was a Fiesta or the Focus. They had that out there. They even had the S650 out there, the brand new Mustang. So I got to check that out up close as well. On top of that, Ford also had the Roush division, the Roush performance cars out there. I'm not sure exactly how Roush and stuff works for Ford. I'm guessing it's kind of like Dodge's MOPAR or a direct connect catalog where Roush is like all their performance stuff and things like that. They had their Roush performance cars out there as well. Ford was showing people everything that they had to offer. So that led me to think here, right? If Dodge is concerned about, you know, trying to grab new customers and things like that, why did they not come out and show some of their new cars? Granted, I mean, I know a lot of manufacturers had some of their 2022s out there. Quite a few manufacturers had their new stuff out there, but Dodge did not have any of their new stuff out there. They just had their current lineup, and I'm just sitting there like, you guys have so many cars that you could show. They did not show any Hellcats. They only had, you know, the 2 Scat Packs and the Durango. That's really it. I know Ram is kind of under that same umbrella. The Ram did have the TRX out there, so they did have their top of the line car, but Dodge did not. They did not have the Hellcat. They did not have their new 2023 cars. They didn't have the new 2024 cars. They didn't have the Hornet. And so I'm kind of like, yo, why did you not show off your new cars? Now, I'm not sure if they didn't show them off because they had a scheduling conflict and they couldn't bring the new cars to the Charlotte Auto Show. But if you look on Dodge's website, I do recall seeing that the Charlotte Auto Show was on their list of shows that they would be at, which they were at. But I feel like that was a huge opportunity for Dodge to, you know, showcase some of their new cars, especially if they're trying to get people to buy this Hornet, right? You know, they want people to come over and buy a Hornet. They want people to buy into the EV cars. And if they're going to try to get new customers, because honestly, the existing customers, we like these big V8, Scat Packs, Hellcats, RT, stuff like that. So it's going to be hard to win us over, but you do need to replace some of those diehard V8 fans that are going to be upset with the brand not spending money with Dodge like that in the future. You do need to bring in new people and show off what you got coming up. And I feel like Dodge didn't try, right? They easily could have had their cars out there to show the new cars, but they didn't do it. Now, I know SEMA, they had the cars at SEMA, I understand that, but with SEMA, to me, it's more of a trade show. That's more of for those people that own businesses in the car industry to see the products out there. To me, SEMA is not the show to show new cars, that in my eye, right? The only way you show a car at SEMA if there's some kind of work or special work you did on the car to advertise your particular shop or company or whatever you offer. This auto show was the perfect opportunity for Dodge to show off their new cars, show off the Hornet, show off the EV, and try to get some more people into the brand. To me, I don't think it helps Dodge to show the Charger and the Challenger and the Durango right now because of the fact that we've seen these cars a lot. The cars sell pretty well, so I don't think Dodge need to go that route to show off those cars. They really should be focusing on what's coming down in the future. And like I said, there may be a reason why Dodge didn't have those cars out there. Like I said, if you're trying to move the brand forward, you gotta take that opportunity to show the cars off. Now, I'm pretty sure there's other auto shows in the United States that Dodge may not be at. I can't confirm or deny, you know, what Dodge will have there, but I know for a fact, as far as Charlotte, with it being a relatively large city, that there is a big opportunity to show people your new cars, and they kind of missed it. So that's my thoughts, man. That's what I'm thinking with Dodge, man. I just feel like they really kind of just threw in the towel and not like trying as hard as they should be trying. Now, I don't know if there was logistical reasons why those cars wasn't there, but it's still, to me, it's pretty concerning that they did not bring those cars out. But let me know your thoughts, man. Do you feel like those cars should be there, or if you know why they wasn't there? I definitely would love to know. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe as well. Do that for me. As always, thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next video. We're out. Cut it.